Until the end of August, you will be able to find beautiful Jessie James beads, bead strands, in the arts and crafts department at Walmart. So next time you're heading in to pick up groceries or popping over to the pharmacy department, take a quick look down the arts and crafts section and take a look at what you can find with these beautiful glass beads. I particularly love these octagon shapes. Let's make a bracelet together here at Jessie James Beads. I'm going to be using the Trio glass strand in teal, and I'm also going to be cutting the smallest rondelles from the 4-strand grey. I've added a clasp to a 24-inch length of my preferred beading thread. I'm using a 7-strand in a steel colourway. So I've just popped the clasp down at one end, and that's going to be one end of my bracelet. When we get to the other end, I'm going to add a length of chain on. So if you're going to do the same to make it an extendable bracelet, then you're just going to need to make sure that your clasp fits into your chain okay. So that is at the very centre of that long length of beading thread, and I'm now going to pop a couple of crimps on. Just bring those crimps all the way down so that they sit just outside where your clasp is. I'm then going to use my crimping pliers to crimp the first one into position, nice and securely, and then flip that around and crimp that shut. Now I prefer to use crimp covers, but with these crimping pliers you get a nice solid square crimp anyway. So let's just make a second one, because I will add a second one at the other end. Now I've allowed a little bit of a gap there, just so that I can add on those crimp covers. I'm just going to do one with you, and then we'll get to our beading. So sit the little crimp cover over the top. Hold that in position, and you can close that up however you prefer. Now you can actually use the jaws of your crimping pliers. I always prefer to use the flat section to get that nice and smooth. So I'll add the second one on in just a second. If you prefer, you can simply pop some beads that will match your crimp covers if you're going to be using them. So I'm going to start the pattern of this bracelet by adding one of the smaller rondelles from the 4-strand of those gorgeous grey faceted rondelles. And I'm going to try and repeat my pattern throughout. So once I have my first bead into position, I'm going to separate the 2 strands and add on 3 of those small greys on either side. So me putting beads onto thread is never fun. However, what you'll find with these beautiful Jessie James Beads faceted rondelles is that the drill apertures are really large. I work a lot in gemstone beads, and you'll find that quite often the drill apertures are really tiny, which if you're a little bit on the needs glasses side of things like I am, you may find that a bit tricky, but these are really easy to use. So I'm going to slide both pairs of 3 beads all the way down and sit it against that first bead. Now you might like to just pull those wires so that they come away and separate nicely. What we're going to do now is add in a colourful bead. I'm going to use one of these beautiful blue from the teal strand. And again, you've got really big drill apertures here to work with. So pop those on either side, one on each of those 2 wires that you're working with. Once they sit in position, we're going to add another 3 of those beautiful faceted grey rondelles to make our first segment complete. My wire's gone a bit curly because it's really warm today in the UK, and that's quite rare for us. So another 3 on either side, and then we will be almost ready to complete the first segment of our beading pattern. So I've gone for 3 and 3 either side of those beautiful twist faceted beads from the teal strand. Draw those all the way down. What we're going to do now is to take a look at the 2 ends of those wires, and we're going to cross them in opposite directions. Now you can use whatever bead you fancy for this part of the process, but I love these octagon beads. Having said octagon now, I haven't actually counted the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yes, it is an octagon bead, hooray. So I'm putting one of the wires through in one direction, one of the wires through in the opposite direction, and then I'm going to just carefully bring that down to the first section that we've created. So we've got a lovely open, almost like a teardrop shape. So the first of our segments is going to be a teardrop shape, and the next one is going to be a little bit more oval. And the reason for that is because here we're starting with a single bead with 2 wires coming through it. Then we're moving in the opposite direction, so it's a more open shape. So if you wonder why it looks a bit different, that is why. So just bring that until they sit how you want them to. You can mess around with it a little bit later as well, so don't worry overly. So I'm going to add on another segment of those faceted grey rondelles. But what I think I might do is add the next size up. So I'll join you back in a second when I have cut that strand. For the next segment, I'm going to add on 3 of the slightly larger, so the second size up, faceted grey beads from that beautiful glass 4-strand pack. So 3 on one side and then 3 on the other side, and then we'll pick a different bead through which to cross our central wires. That's 1, 2 and 3. Allow those to go all the way down to the bead junction that you just made a second ago. So you can see the pattern is building already. I think this time we're going to go for, let's have a look. How about these beautiful chunky cuboid beads? Lovely colourways. And as ever from Jessie James Beads, the most beautiful quality. So 1 onto either strand, and we're going to follow that up with 3 on either strand of the slightly larger faceted rondelles in that grey colourway. Now you can play around endlessly with this. Technically it's a ladder weave. Very, very simple way to make slightly different jewellery. So you don't have to have just one wire with one set of beads on it. You can play around to how this will look to your heart's content. And there are so many beads available up until the end of August over at Walmart in the arts and crafts section. So we've done a second segment now, which is 3 rondelles, 1 bead from the teal strand, and then another 3 of those faceted rondelles. We're going to cross them over again, and I'm going to stick with utilising the lovely octagons in that soft greenish hue. So again, the wires are going to cross in opposite directions through that drill aperture. 1 going in one direction, 1 going in the other direction. Once that's gone all the way through, you can just pull those together until it sits neatly and you have your next section. Now this is quite a chunky bracelet I'm making. The reason for that is because it's much easier to demonstrate to you with a chunky bracelet using larger beads than it is for you to zoom in on teeny tiny beads. However, once you've got the technique, and it is an easy technique to pick up, you can play around with this to your heart's content. So looking at the size of this bracelet, I think I'm going to repeat the same again and then go back on the other side. If you wanted to make a much larger bracelet, you've got 2 more sizes of those rondelles from the 4-strand pack. I'm working in the beautiful grey, and it's got a lovely lustre to it. So you can play around with how large the design is, both in terms of how physically big it is and in terms of which beads you're using. So I'm going to repeat this section again, and then I'll join you back towards the end of the repeat of the first one. So I've repeated that same pattern now in reverse, and that's going to be plenty big enough for my wrists. You can add a 3rd section in the middle if you wanted to, using the 3rd size up of those beautiful faceted grey beads. Absolutely up to you how you play around with this design. So before I go any further, I'm just going to make sure that I'm happy with the shape and that the wires are all sitting where I want them to. And I'm going to bring both wires together, now going through one of the small faceted grey rondelles, both wires moving in the same direction. So let's push that all the way down against that last bead. making sure that everything sits as you want it to. So just get those 2 end beads to sit evenly. One of the reasons I prefer to use 2 crimp covers and crimp beads on a design like this is because it enables me to set a tension into those beads. Now, the reason I want to have a tension in them is so that everything sits evenly. I can get those octagons nice and flat. I'm just going to pinch that very firmly and pop both of those wires through my crimp. So you can see we've got a little bit of beading wire left over from our 24-inch strand, but that's absolutely fine because I always have use for short lengths of beading thread. Bring that all the way down and sit it against that last bead, making sure that you've got those wires sitting exactly where you want them to. I'm just going to flip that over because it's easier for me to control with this hand. Once everything is sitting exactly how I want it to, I'm going to release it by a very tiny amount and then just do the first crimp on those crimping pliers, making sure you don't accidentally crimp the bead. The reason I release it a little bit is so that I've got space to add my crimp cover over the top once that has been completely folded down. So let's give that a little pinch across and then you can add on your chosen cover. So let's just give that a little bit of a squish. You may have a different technique of closing up your crimp covers if you choose to use them. This is how I do it. You don't have to go that way if it doesn't work for you. So what we're going to do is just show you that there's a little bit of flex in that. So even if it seems a little bit snug, it will open up when you wear it. I really love this design. I've been making it now for 16 years and I really enjoy how you can vary this with the different beads that you have available to you, and every bracelet's going to look slightly different. As I mentioned earlier, I wanted to add chain into the other end of my design. So in order to create that last little closure, I'm going to bring both of those pieces of wire through the last crimp and then through the end of my chain. If you were making a bracelet and you knew that the length was going to be exactly right, you could then just use this into your jump ring so that your clasp has got something to close into, or if you prefer, you can go for toggle clasps. What we're going to do now is to bring both ends of those wire back through your crimp. Now, if you have a teeny tiny crimp and you can't get all 4 through, that is absolutely fine. Because you've already sealed the design here, you can cut one of the wires away. I'm just going to draw that all the way through now until it's nice and close. And then just make sure that both beading threads, if you do still have both of them, sit neatly. And then pull that crimp ever so slightly away so that you can be sure of getting your crimp cover into position. So once you've got your chain sitting neatly, make sure it's close enough but not so close that you can't get your crimp cover in. We're going to crimp that final piece into position and then squish that down. In order to get the tails of wire away that I don't need, I'm just going to pull them sharply back against that crimp and then very carefully pick the correct piece to cut. Cut the excess wires away, make sure that your crimp is nice and secure, and then we're going to add on the final piece of the puzzle, which is your last crimp cover. So let's just pop that into position, and again I would stress to say that there are multiple ways of adding crimp covers on. This is just my preferred way. I tend to use the flat part of my crimping pliers and then just give it a little bit of a squish to make sure it's neat and tidy. There you have your ladder weave bracelet featuring beautiful beads from Jessie James Beads in that crafts and arts aisle at Walmart. Head on in before the end of August to collect yours.